Okay, so Parker just had this area under the lip clipped and a little bit tongue-tied under here clipped. And previous to that, we were discussing how she didn't latch on well with her upper lip, and so she was also having acid reflux in the beginning for a long time. And we think of how many babies are being put on Zantac because of having reflux, and how often it may have to do with this being tied in together or under the lip being tied. And if they can't latch on, then they're not going to get that strong sucking. They may be breathing in air and then they burp up the food, but also it could be that they're not creating the tone of the sucking, and then therefore educating the gastric-esophageal sphincter to tone and stay shut. That's number one. Number two, my huge concern is that if they're getting all these babies Zantac, then they're lowering the hydrochloric acid levels in the stomach. And those hydrochloric acid levels are what is gonna break down food along with other things with the stomach. If that's the case, then that's gonna change the gut bacteria. It's not gonna just change about B12 absorbing in from the stomach because of the HCl levels that should be there, but it's also going to change the gut bacteria. That gut bacteria is our immune system, and that gut bacteria is also what educates and tonifies the vagal nerve. Well, we were talking a little bit earlier. It's just because she had the snip, she needed to have Tylenol, so Parker had a little bit of pain, but now she's good. But what I was talking about is that we need to have the acid in the stomach so that the digestion process happens properly, so that the gut bacteria is in the gut doing its job, which is many things. One of them is our immune system. And our immune system is regulated by our gut bacteria, and the DNA within the gut bacteria is huge. The other thing is we should talk about with educating the vagal nerve. The gut bacteria actually educates the vagal nerve so that the vagal nerve can tone properly. So people that have good gut bacteria, the vagal nerve is toned very, very well. What is toned vagal nerves with babies? It's eye contact, right? Hold on, I'm just going to remove this. It's eye contact. What's the epitome of no eye contact?
Autism.
Autism, the whole spectrum. So I'm going to ask, is it possible, just throw this one out there, for all the babies that have been put on Zantac because they have acid reflux, that didn't allow the gut bacteria to form properly, that they end up with gut issues, that they end up with a vagal nerve not being toned because they're not having the proper gut bacteria in there, all because they're being put on an acid reducer so early in life, and it can't educate the vagal nerve and tone the vagal nerve, and therefore allow for what the job of the toning of the vagal nerve is. And that's not just about sympathetic and parasympathetic, but it is about community, it is about through eye contact, and it is about the ability to have empathy. And that's a big deal. So I'm going to leave that question with you to think about that, and we can have lots of good discussion. Right, Parker?